One more thing that I need to do. I need to load some presets into the mouse. Okay. So the other day, one guy asked me how, well, he didn't exactly ask me this, but he asked me how I was using Modeler full screen. And it's basically, well, this is one way to do it. You basically tear off a pane copy, right? Switch to parameters with Alt3. Now, at least here in Linux, I click them always on top. There are plugins for Windows to do this, so these windows always stay on top. Although I think by default in Windows, these sort of panels always stay on top. So this is one way. Then what I do is I could just make a copy of this and put it on the other monitor, but well, that's exactly what I'm gonna do actually. So I do this, and then there is in the notes are in the other monitor. I try not to use them. I only have the notes on the other monitor to control things like visibility for some stuff that I can do directly with Modeler, and also if I happen to need like procedural setup, like for example this quote-unquote spine, it's using a curve, so it's more or less procedural. And what else do I use this for? Yeah, I'm if I run into any trouble, it's obviously I need the notes to debug it. Sometimes you get some weirdness, right? So besides that, I just do this. One last step will be to toggle snowboard, and then yeah, we basically have a full screen experience. Pretty sweet. One last thing that I want to do is to share the link with a few more people. Let's see. I don't think today I will stay like right now for too long, but yeah, let's see what happens. Let's try to finish this block out at least today, because I think I'm gonna leave in about an hour, but then I'm gonna come back. I really want to finish this block out, and I think I'm ready. So yeah, I know I'm probably talking to myself, but since I want to get into the habit of making videos, I think it's good practice, right? And if anyone were to come, then I would be already like warmed up, so to speak. Obviously, I do have some references here and there, so there is that. I use PureRef for my references, and I have been working on collecting some of those recently. Some more references recently. So right now I'm not sure where I want to go with the design, but basically the one thing that I want to do that I'm sure of is I want to trim it down. I think if it's too bulky, it will look like too industrial, and I mean, I do want it to look industrial, but not not to the point where it looks straight out of the military. Like a little bit industrial's okay. So we need to, well, I think that what I need to do is, work more on the curves of the model. So make it a little bit rounder. Maybe possibly details like this, but for now I think I'm going to stay with chisels like bevels like this, just for now. And yeah, last time I think the food came out all right. But I do have some reference, just to because normally what I do is like I model for everything that I have to do in my job, but I don't design stuff. So it's this is why it's like a practice to me as well, because usually I don't design. I would love to get better at it, but right now that's not the case. So let's see if, okay. And now I'm looking at the reference to see if I can pick up something, and one detail that I like, it's maybe something like this, copy paste, right? Okay, let's figure this out. This is because the object have some transformations, right? And in modeler, if I want to do the copy and pasting without getting offsetted like that, you need to first freeze it. Then if I do copy and paste, it's basically right there, because the object it's it's reset. So right now I think I need to, okay, flatten this guy. I want to make like a cover for the knees, or the knee joint, I should say. So one thing that I really like to do, well, I got used to do it because obviously I didn't learn to model in modeler. I used to model in Modo. And one thing that I got used to do is to copy and paste and then reuse. And I know it's a bit messy the way I usually work, but if you do it fast enough, it doesn't matter how precise you are, because you iterate so fast that in the end you reach the result either way in a quick fashion. So maybe to get some differentiation, we would like to, oh wait, let me, I think I pressed the wrong command. It's just color, and color what it will do is just pick a random color. So I think if I do it a couple of times, it will be Control Shift C. I maybe can pick one that I like, or maybe not. So for this kind of things is why I like to come to the other monitor and select something, right? Okay, now we are working. Okay, let's see what happened here. Let me fix this real quick. And I don't know why I cannot select the polygons. Yeah, so sometimes you get this weirdness. So maybe, let me see if I can record from this. Yeah, I think I know what happened. And I think that by mistake I pressed the shortcut for select the whole geometry. You need to be aware of some mistakes like that. So yeah, sometimes it happens. Obviously, I don't want to cover the whole knee, but I don't want it to be fully exposed as well. So maybe like a slight cover from side to side. Okay, this is another thing that we need to be wary of. That will be the only select the visible stuff. Okay, we have something like this, and we elevate this a little bit. Then increase the size. Maybe. Okay. Obviously, we are going to be refining. I mean, this looks so bulky right now, but obviously, we're going to be refining this. The shortcut is Shift B. I need to also get into the habit of learning all the shortcuts. And also setting my own, right? But yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to select Shift B. Okay. Need to warm up before the streams, it seems. But yeah, maybe something like this. I wish that when you hide the stalwart, this panel will still show up, but yeah, you cannot have everything, I guess. So maybe, I mean, also when I'm making materials for this, this could be some sort of like transparent materials as well. Maybe that way it wouldn't be so important if it covers the whole knee, but yeah. Okay, I think I got it. If I put will be this perspective, the other one here. Let's do a knife. Okay, small knife, select, and now I choose. Okay, I think this is looking a bit better. Obviously, we're gonna fix the intersections. When I see the reference, I just try to get a glimpse of it. I don't want to copy it like perfectly, just to have something on my mind. I don't know why is this? What is this? But maybe it's because I need to push this one a bit more, and then we do this. Okay, something like this. Obviously here we're losing some volume, and maybe the push tool can help us. Yeah, maybe not. Let's just scale it. Something like that. Okay, let's work on this a little bit. So right now I want to work on the inside. One way to do that is to hide everything else, and we choose hide others. Who would have guessed? Something like this. And at this stage, I don't like, I mean, shouldn't be worrying about topology too much. So a good advice would be to, wait a second. Good advice would be to, okay, to just hide the wireframe. That way, if you don't see it, then you don't care. Okay, let me see if I can just tweak this a little bit more. And we show the other parts. Yeah, something like this. Not too convinced on it right now, but let's keep it going. Maybe just we do one more tweak. Yeah, let's leave it like that for now. This section a little bit. And one thing that I want to do is to maybe not make these joints as bulky. I think that's also going to help me. It shouldn't be that bulky, right? Okay. Maybe if I do it like this. What if I rotate it? Does it look better? I think if I went like this, I think we got it. Something like this is making a bit more sense to me. Obviously, now we need to work on this side because this is nothing basically. So I need to add a lot more detail to this. Maybe I should get rid of this piece, but for now, let me just put it to the side. And I want to see the full shade. Also, maybe I'm thinking that this looks better this way. Or maybe not. Let's remove this. Let's make a cut here. Making a cut like that is difficult, so it's better to just do a knife. Select the loop and slide it up. Oh, one of the downsides of working like this is that sometimes this doesn't update. What I like to do is just press twice the pin button and it will work again. And then it will follow the tool. So it's like a bug. So maybe let's make it thinner. I think we need to, haven't introduced this sort of detail yet to the model, but let's see what happens if I do something like this. And what I mean is rounded corners. I haven't done them yet, but yeah. For some reason I can't select the whole loop, but let's see what happens here. Sometimes if the mesh is weird, if you throw a fuse, it will get better. So yeah, it seems like it doesn't want to do that. So maybe something like this. Still not too sure. Okay, let's leave it like that for now. I want to select all of these faces and let's let's make a cut here. Well, first I need to not have anything selected, and then what I want to do is to decrease the size. Definitely this section is too bulky. Let's try to trim him down. Maybe we don't need this one. And also about this, maybe only one. Don't need the extra detail yet. Maybe this one as well. For now, this is good enough. Okay. So maybe, okay, oops. I don't know what happens, but it seems like if I double click, sometimes it will go inside. Not sure. Well, not go inside, but the camera will get really close. Let's flatten this. Maybe we can push this one a little bit. If I delete this one goes up. So we go for more like a straight look. And we fuse these two. It's definitely slimmer now. Oops. Okay. Maybe this one, push it, and this one as well. Maybe I'm thinking we can take this, push it in, right? So that I can now come here and let me see if I can isolate, select, and oh, I lose the selection. Okay. One thing to ask Alexei to do for us, I guess. You know, maybe it could be also a Houdini 20 thing, because I know Houdini 20 came out with a lot of modeling problems. So much better in the other version. Yeah, maybe this is not working, so let's just keep it like this. Let's isolate this and height like this, boys, and fix this. And why don't we delete this polys? Yeah, make this flat. Maybe we can make it flat for real. This as well. Try to keep it a little bit angular. And now let's go for this one. Okay. Yeah, so this one now goes, maybe now we can do the bevel. Now I push this one, something like this. Push this one in, and something like this. The way you hide the other edges is you go here to Ghost in Geometry and select Smooth Shaded. Okay. See what we can do with the thighs. Now maybe we can combine these two pieces to see what happens. I'm not too familiar on how you do that with Modeler. I think obviously you have the Boolean command, and I think it works differently if it's objects or meshes. It's smart enough to know what to do, but yeah, I've never done it in live in a stream. So let's see what happens if I go for a union. And this is one of those times when you want to look at the nodes, and it seems like, yeah, seems like it's not as okay. Let's go union, and yeah, doesn't work like this. So maybe we can figure it out. Yeah, it seems like there is no way to do it like this. Maybe if we intersect. No, okay. So what I want to do then is Alt E for extract, right? Then go to object selection, select one object, select the other, then we go for union. And now should be one piece, right? Okay. So that's one way to do it. So you first need to extract it from the current mesh. And then, okay, what do we do with this guy? Oh, okay, seems like we're gonna have a hard time with this piece. So let's hide everything, and yeah, let's focus on this guy. What is this? Okay. Let's focus on this guy, and maybe we do something like this. So delete this. We can, I guess we could do it like this, but I don't think it's fused. No, it's not. So, okay, we're trying to, okay. It's definitely going to be tricky. So, something like this. Then we can delete this guy. Seems like we have also some inside polys. So, it's definitely not so easy. Maybe I could have done it in a different way, but stick to this for now. Okay. Maybe Now I can delete these two guys, then I delete this one, and yeah. Okay. Now I want to do a fill. Select quadrangle grid to see what we got, but if it can figure out a quad flow, it doesn't do anything. So yeah, but yeah, now we got something. Okay, so I think that's it for now. Definitely don't want to be spending too much time on this, working on topology, not right now at least. So let's clean up this a little bit. We will figure out what to do with this too soon. Maybe just for the sake of having all quads, I can do something like that. Well, it's not a quad, but doesn't matter. Okay, let's show, let's ghost everything else, and now it should be easy to, for now, come here and do something like this, and maybe this part right here I can make it flat. Then put it to the side. Let's look at in the front and move this a little bit so it flows a little bit to with the rest of the leg. You can definitely make it like this. And then let's work on this side. Maybe that's too much. Then what happens if we do some bevels? Maybe we can do this like this. Now we have less geometry to worry about. I can flatten these guys. There is a command to do this, by the way, but you don't have a gizmo. You need to use the mouse and depending on the direction of the mouse of what after you do a click, depending on the direction that you point the mouse to, it will flatten to that direction. So maybe I can show an example here of that. This is definitely super bulky right now. So maybe I can grab the whole thing and so okay, it's called flatten and it's over here. So I click and drag to the direction I want, and yeah, it's very useful actually. So maybe I still want to have it like this, but not pointing out so much like before. And we definitely need to help that a little bit here. Maybe we want to oops, you see what I mean? Quad stripe here, and maybe we want to go down. And let's just leave it like that for now, because this section in the bottom doesn't matter too much. But yeah, about this guy, something like this maybe. And maybe let me see if it behaves correctly. Yeah, let's do an edge loop and we connect here. Oops. Okay. Then we snap it. By the way, to snap you need to press Alt, and it turns on the snapping. Really useful. And maybe here shouldn't be pointing out so much. Maybe you can work out now on this shape. Is too straight, I think. So let's not worry about the edges for now. Let's just worry about breaking up the shape. Doesn't look anything like the reference I'm looking, but yeah. Oh wait. I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this guy, so maybe let's just hide it for now. Like, let's put it under the rock. Okay. Now this section right here, let me see what happens if I get rid of it. Yeah, I think this curve is helping us a lot with the design, so maybe we should do the same here. See how we can incorporate that. Okay, definitely. Okay, let's just not drop the shape, this shape yet, because we can also work on this section. There's another way of working on this silhouette, and maybe we can do it. So for now, let me just do a lasso selection, do a lasso selection, and select all of these guys. And we're gonna use a tool called, let's just not select this, or maybe just select this too. Okay, I think that's it. The ones that already know Modeler maybe know what I'm about to do, but the tool is called Transform. Fall off, sorry. So snap it in the vertical axis, and now we can work on it like this. So I want to flip it, and I want to do this, but have it more rounded. So yeah. Let me see if we can figure it out. Okay. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Usually this one, we want to push it lower. That's it. Something like that. I was a bit lucky with that one, not gonna lie. Let's just do some more manual tweaking. And we can also incorporate this element here by sliding these two a little bit down, then pushing in these guys. Maybe do a little bit of this. Maybe not so much. If I do this, yeah. Smooth shaded. Yeah, it's definitely something. Maybe we can move this guy like this. And if we make it, maybe we can bulge it out on this side a little bit. Now, it's not as bulky. Yeah, it's definitely something. So right now what I want to do is work on this section. This connection. So let me see the wireframe. Can I get rid of this guy? Yes. Okay. Now maybe just I would like for this section to be flat, so without missing polys. So let's just do that. I can see it on the front and do it from this side. And use flatten. Do it again. I don't think this guy is flat at all, so we definitely need to fix that, but I will do that later. So maybe let's just try for this section to make sense. Maybe then we can mirror it or do something for it to look more appropriate. But for now, maybe that's enough. Let's do this show all. Get rid of the wireframe. I think that one thing that will definitely help us is give this a different color. So if I come here and do a fill, then I come here and do isolate. Well, it's isolated already, but what I need to do is ghost. Let's go up and see from the front again. See how it looks if I something like this. Let's leave it like that for now. Also, maybe let's play with the idea of having another set, like right here. And yeah, I definitely think this is helping us, but maybe it can be the opposite shape or something like, maybe you can show another tool from Modeler. It's called Extrude Pro. It's like an extrude combined with a boolean. Really nice tool. So yeah. So right now we have something like this, and obviously let me see if I can figure out a quick way of let me select all of this, then like that. Can also come here and do this. Wait. This. Oh, something like. Okay, for that I definitely need to do a knife. Okay, I only want to knife. Let me see if I can Control C. Because I only want to knife these guys. Okay. Then do something like this. Obviously, I'm going to mirror this guy. Will be mirror H. This, and click here -1. I think there is a shortcut to do that quickly. Oops. But I don't know the shortcut yet. So yeah, I'm not feeling this one. But I think it's protruding too much. So maybe if it's not as prominent, something like that. And obviously, if we lower these guys a little bit, this. If we convert the selection to points, I increase the radius. This will be like a soft transform. So yeah, maybe it's that's a little bit easier on the silhouette. Not sure, but yeah. Need to go soon, but maybe we can do one last bit of detail. I'm not sure if I want the look of the joints to be purely like rotators like this, or have also pistons. So maybe in the hip section we can have some pistons. Have never done something like that, so what I was thinking was to kit bash some pistons into place and then see what's up. see if it works or not. So let me see if I can push it in. Okay. Just not to make it look so straight. Maybe one more edge cut here. Wait, let me see if the pen tool can help us. Definitely it can't. Okay. So there's definitely some weirdness going on here, but nothing we can fix. Let's terminate this here for now, and yeah, I think we need a bevel here. And to move this a little bit, or maybe the opposite. This one, obviously, like this. Okay, it's looking less unnatural. Not that it needs to looks natural, but let's see how it looks rounded. Yeah, let's have it like that for now, and maybe let's try the kit bash idea. And for stuff like that is what we need the nodes, right? So this is the mess that we have right now for pieces. The good thing is that with modular, in general, using OBJ selections and the viewport, we don't need to know about the nodes. We just select objects and go inside, edit pieces, and copy and paste. And yeah, it's a good workflow to get into. And then when when you're feeling really good about the model, then you can start making a clean hierarchy and putting names and everything, do the UVs and whatever. So I'm thinking we need a cylinder for a piston, right? And I believe I have some reference, so let me look it up. I have the reference window snap into to the other side of the monitor, but just not to teach anyone that is looking. Just let's quickly check it up together. So yeah, I have plenty of references, and I think I'm gonna use a lot of this when I'm detailing the model. So, but for now, I want, let's say, the block out to be all mine. But yeah, I think we can get a few ideas from these guys. Okay, let's do it. So. Okay. I think I forgot how to use the cylinder. Wait, okay. So shift click on the radius, on the circle, and that's it. So let's bring up the, okay, let's do quickly a piston. I like the more, not the full rounded ones. I think I prefer the squarish ones, squarish. But for now, let me see. Okay, this is the tube. So this one I do want to name. So let's do piston 01, let's say. See what happens. Let's change the icon and also the color as well. Okay. Okay, this is no piston, but this is the beginning of one. Okay, 16. And I think we're good. For the cylinder, I think it maybe needs to be a bit long. Obviously, this is quite big. So maybe let's work on that first. So make it more appropriate size. I was thinking of scaling it down later, but why not do it now, right? So I think that's more or less the size. Yeah, a bit. Something like this. Yeah. Okay, so just to concentrate on this piece. I think once we're done with this one, I'm gonna close the stream for now. I'm pretty sure I'm going to stream later in the night. And I want to do a long ass session. But for now, let's just finish this one quickly. I'm putting caps here because I want to use a modeler trick. I select this face, and I bring up the menu, Qbox. Obviously, a few things happen. First, I set it up incorrectly, so let's Control C. I want to not create the primitive in object level. I want to create it in context. That means that it's gonna get created inside the subnet, or I should say inside the geonode. Secondly, the rotation is wrong, so let's fix it. And now we have one of the ends of this guy. Right, so we do something like this, and we push it a little bit down, if I'm allowed to do so. Okay, maybe let me see if I can push it only into uniform scale, global resolution. Okay. I'm just playing now with the shortcuts, but I think I'm missing. I think I'm doing something wrong here. Okay. I think I get it. Maybe let's leave the resolution like this, because if it looks too bare, I think we're gonna have to add the cuts later on anyway. So yeah, something like this for now, and I promise this is gonna make sense. Okay, now, okay, what just happened? Let me go back to the notes. Let's go to the piston, and obviously we need to merge these two shapes. I don't know if we can, actually, I don't know if we can do this with, no, we can, so. Okay, let's do it like this. And now we come here, and I need to put one more Qbox, but instead of doing that, I think it's better if I just copy the shape. And this is, I think this is the usual workflow with Modeler. If you are like use Houdini, base Houdini a lot, it's like I used to use it like this all the time. Like I play with the nodes, and then do a little bit of direct modeling, then go back to the nodes and some more direct modeling. But then I decided, okay, maybe let's just do modeling, and then I do everything else, like more of a traditional workflow, just to see how it feels. Not to, I'm still not sure if it's better, but yeah, I'm liking it so far. And as you can see in the stream, okay, let me see why it's not letting me select this guy. Okay, user error. So right now I do this. Now I want to, let's pull this guy here. This is another cool tool It's called, I don't think this is the right one, but I'm gonna show it to you guys anyway. It's called Detach, and it's really good for separate pieces. So maybe I can make it work if I select these two, do a fill, then an inset, then a bridge, yeah, something like that. Obviously, there was a faster way to do that, but I wanted to show you guys the tool. So maybe we can do the faster way. Okay, wait. Let me undo the mistakes. I'm trying to slide. Okay, I was mistaking the shortcut. Then I want to do a bevel of this guy, then an inside extrusion, and that is the faster way of doing it. Now I want to round one of these edges. Obviously, I'm following a reference this time. Now I want to do this, and this is another good opportunity to try it out the Extrude Pro. So maybe if I do something like this, is really crazy, by the way. If I pressed Alt, maybe I can snap it. Yeah, I think that actually, and we got a single piece. So that's pretty amazing, actually, that you can do something like that. And I think that if you get enough practice and you use the tool enough, you can make some pretty crazy shapes really quickly. So right now, let me choose encapsulate like this end-gun. And tweak this a little bit. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this shape, but yeah. So something like that. Actually, I think if I completely follow the reference, is something more akin to this. And now we choose terminate this. Yeah, it's this sort of shape. Obviously, I think we have, yeah, definitely need to merge these guys and do a fuse. Now should be better. Okay, yeah. And I think we need to maybe push this one down. Maybe leave it like that. I mean, it's just for it's the kit bash piece, and if I ended up not using it, it's gonna be sad. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use pistons. I have been learning kinefx lately. I mean, I already knew some kinefx, but I have been getting really deep into it. And I think it's a good opportunity to rig up some pistons. So maybe something like this. Yeah, I think, yeah, I think this is enough. Maybe if I come here and wait, is this a single piece? Okay, I think I definitely made a mistake at some point, but nothing we cannot fix. Don't you guys like how this bugged out? But yeah, what I want to do is turn this off if it lets me. Okay, come on, Houdini. Cut it and paste it. Now I can select this piece and change its color. So if I select, if I select color, then let's do a gray. Okay. I know it doesn't look gray, and it's because I have in the base material for everything, I have like an overall tint to the to the base material that everything has. So yeah, but I think something like this could work. So maybe let's, delete the history. When you delete the history, you get one node like this. And there's another neat trick. If you go to the align tool and okay, maybe if we select something, right? We go to the align tool and press center, we get a centerpiece. So for now, I think that's it, but I should be coming back in like 2 hours. And I'm gonna be copying and pasting this guy like crazy over, well, not crazy. Let's just place it here and there to see how it looks. And if it looks good, which I am planning on following that reference pretty closely, like this one for at least the hip part, it should come out looking decent. Okay guys, so see you guys later. Bye.